mother in South Carolina ended up calling the police on her 15-year-old son because he was watching porn. Yes, in the living room. Now, 40-year-old Shavonda Gallman returned to her home with her 2-year-old daughter, who turned on the living room TV, only to find that it was on porn. Interesting. Now, why would she call the cops over this? Porn isn't exactly illegal in South Carolina, unlike what some conservatives might want. It's not illegal. Now, the reason is the mother that says that the child had some behavioral problems and blames these behavioral problems on pornography. That's really interesting. Now, she also called so that she could request the police document this. So she wanted police documents of him watching porn, which, by the way, he wasn't even in the living room when they came home. He was in his bedroom. We don't know what he was doing in his bedroom. Let's leave it at that. But according to the police report, what kind of behaviors that he was exhibiting is that he wouldn't listen, he would talk back, and he would steal. Basically, he was being a normal teenager. Although I think the stealing part is a major issue. For the most part, he's still being a teenager, a normal teenager. So what do you think? Is this all because of the porn? Should we ban porn?
I want to jump in right away and defend this young man. He was stealing, that is true, but from what I found in the story, he was only stealing hand lotion.
That is so wrong. Even.
I mean, for me, I'd say it's just bad parenting. I know there's going to be a whole ton of people saying, oh, you don't have any kids, sort of thing, you don't know how hard parenting is, so on, so on, so on. But the fact that the mother kind of wanted this documented and stuff, it's just like, oh, my kid's got behavioural problems because of porn. No, it's probably just because you haven't taught him the right lessons. And kind of it basically seemed like kind of this mother walked into the living room, that her younger daughter, 2-year-old daughter, turned on the TV and porn was on the TV. For all she knows, her 15-year-old son was flicking through the channels. It was on a porn channel. He just happened to go on it and thought, oh god, it's porn, and just turned the TV and kind of ran away off upstairs. He might not have even actually watched it. It's just... And the fact that she's blaming porn for her kid's behavioural problems, I hate to tell you, if he hasn't seen porn yet, then he's going to see it in the next year or two, and you're going to have to find a way to deal with it, and just sitting down and kind of talk about kind of certain issues, kind of the right way and wrong way to watch porn, and kind of these women aren't kind of to be treated as pieces of meat, you know, that whole spiel that kind of parents should do with their kids. It's just, this mother just doesn't seem to be able to be a good parent, and that seems harsh, but that's what I get the sense from this story.
And by the way, the kid is going to be more of an asshole if you don't let him watch porn. Like, let's keep it real. Also, he's watching porn like a caveman on the TV. Like, what is this? Like, he doesn't know that there are free sites out there. Not that I've ever gone on them, but if you go to pornmd.com, you can search a whole bunch of them. Not that I've ever done that. But yeah, like her overreaction is it's insane. It also sends the wrong message that like sex is morally wrong and that I should call the police. And like that has to do some kind of damage to your kid. And like also it's an easy fix if you don't want your kid ordering porn movies. Like, I'm totally not buying Steven's thing that she had those channels all the time. Like, he might have ordered a porn movie and cost her money for that. But you call your cable company or your satellite company or whoever provides you TV service and you say, hey, look, I want all movie order authorizations to go through my phone. And then he can't order porn through the TV. He'll just have to watch it on the internet like a normal human.
If she was so worried about her kid accessing porn, then when she first ordered the cable, she would have already said, yeah, I don't want any access to that whatsoever. The fact is, kind of, you know, maybe it slipped her mind or something, but, you know, if she really did worry about porn that much, I just get the sense that she's looking for an excuse to kind of, or a reason to blame her kid's misbehavior. And as Jeff said, you know, or he's talking back to his parents, or he's not listening, he's not paying attention. Well, no shit, he's a 15-year-old boy. Of course he's not going to pay attention. Of course he's going to act up from time to time. He's a kid. What do you expect?
Right, and here's a little bit of speculation of why didn't she? I mean, maybe it did slip her mind that, hey, maybe I should block these channels out. I don't know. But the whole purpose, the thing is that like most porn channels, I think you have to special order them. They don't come on a standard cable package. You actually have to specially order those channels. So, I mean, if you're going to blame anybody for the porn on the TV, I think, and like I said, it's speculation, and you might want to blame the mother for it.
No, but like to that point, like if anybody who has cable, and I like this is like the only time I'm going to be serious about me not watching porn in a certain way. But like I don't watch porn through the TV because I'm not a fucking 97-year-old man. Like, but if you wanted to, it's just like ordering a movie. You click that you want to watch this, and you can do it through the remote. So you do have to take a step to call the company and say, I want all movie orders authorized or adult movie orders authorized through my phone or whatever, like an extra layer that the kid can't get through. So like I can understand if she caught him once or caught it once and then decided to call the cable company. What I don't understand is why she called the fat police.
Yeah, and let's not forget as well is that she seems to be in this story blaming porn for her kids. Well, porn is bad in her mind. That's the sense that you get across from her. Is she really telling everyone that she's never watched porn? Of course she has. And is she kind of being petulant? I mean, maybe she is a bit in this story, to be honest. But, has it damaged her life in any way from watching porn? No, of course it hasn't. It hasn't damaged your life, and it's not going to damage your 15-year-old son's life. Get over it, move on.
And I don't think it's going to damage the 2-year-old because she's 2. She's not going to understand what's going on. Yeah, you don't want your kids around while there's porn in the room. That's why you take the step of blocking that stuff from your TV and not calling the fat police.
In reality, it's a ridiculous. It's a parent that like has that natural instinct to overprotect her child, but she just went way overboard. Like if I was the police and I showed up and I was like a kid watching porn, I'd be like, I did that when I was not 15, when I was 11, when I was 10. When I was 12, like that's the age where kids find porn on the internet. Like his only crime was watching porn like a caveman. Like he might as well go buy a magazine. Like what's wrong with that?
I mean, as a PSA to all 15-year-olds or 16-year-olds that are kind of watching this video now, when this stream is over, when you finish watching this video, just go on the internet and watch porn. You don't need TV for porn. You don't need TV for news as well. And for this specific 15-year-old kid in this case, save up some money, buy yourself a laptop and an internet subscription. You don't need the cable. There's plenty online for you. Have at it.
To kind of wrap this whole thing up, I think this whole thing is basically trying to blame pornography for something that pornography doesn't do. Behavioral problems? No, actually, pornography might actually be shown to help behavioral problems because then people aren't so pent up. I mean, you go to work and then you feel better. And then you're not going to do things. But like I said earlier, he's being a teenager, and look, maybe he does need a little bit more discipline. But on that note, you don't need the police to come in and discipline your kid for you, especially when there are so many stories. And I'm going to get a little serious here, but there's a lot of stories of parents doing this, calling, cops on their children when they're being unruly, that end up with either the family dog or the family pet or the child themselves being shot. You don't want to call the police for stupid things.